highlights of this edition: the conference to evaluate the 5-year implementation of governmental decision number 1755/2016 on the strategy for the development of Vietnamese cultural industries. The working session between USAID Mission Director in Vietnam and leader of Cần Thơ TV to exchange issues of common concern and boost cooperation in coming time. A mission group came to visit and offered their wishes to cadres, soldiers and people residing on Southwestern Islands on the occasion of Tết of the Cat 2023. Hello, and it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On December 20th morning, the Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism chaired a conference to evaluate the 5-year implementation of governmental decision number 1755/2016 on the strategy for the development of Vietnamese cultural industries. The strategy is applied to 12 cultural industries, namely advertising, architecture, software and entertainment, games, handicrafts and fine arts, design, cinematography, publishing, fashion, performing arts, fine arts, photography and exhibition, television and radio, and cultural tourism. These 12 cultural industries are managed by various ministry sectors. The Culture, Sports and Tourism Ministry alone is in charge of 5 industries, including cinematography, performing arts, fine arts, photography and exhibition, advertising and cultural tourism. The implementation of the strategy achieves remarkable results. In statistics, as of 2018, 12 cultural industries contributed revenue of around $8 billion, making up over 3.6% of domestic gross products. On December 19th afternoon, the Ministry of Finance held a nationwide online conference to review the state's financial and budgetary work in 2022 and deploy tasks for 2023. Attending the conference in Hanoi was Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, and in Cần Thơ City was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện. Is evaluated in 2022, implementing financial budgetary tasks in the context of the world and domestic situation with many fluctuations, complicated and unpredictable developments. Thanks to proactive and flexible management solutions, the Finance Ministry successfully completed the assigned tasks. At the conference, on the basis of discussion and comments, representatives of a number of ministry sectors and localities approved the results of implementation in their respective branches and localities and raised lessons learned while pointing out existing and limited aspects. Speaking at the conference, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính praised the efforts and contributions of the finance sector in 2022 on the basis of the report summarizing the financial and budgetary tasks. The Prime Minister requested the finance sector to objectively and sustainably evaluate the achievements and limitations to have appropriate implementation solutions. In the same afternoon, the Judicial Ministry also organized the nationwide online conference to outline the judicial task for 2023. Standing Deputy Prime Minister Phạm Bình Minh came to attend and delivered instructions. Also attending the conference were Minister of Justice Lê Thành Long, representatives of relevant ministry sectors, leaders of centrally run branches and cities. Attending the conference in Cần Thơ City were Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Nguyễn Thành Đông, Vice Chairman of the City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè. At the conference, delegates were given information on the judicial work in 2022 and major tasks in 2023, including actively advising and effectively organizing the implementation of Resolution number 27 of the Central Executive Board on continuing building and developing the legitimate socialism of Vietnam in a new phase. Concluding the conference, Standing Deputy Prime Minister Phạm Bình Minh highly valued results recorded by the judicial sector in 2022, underlining tasks for 2023, some of which are to continue timely and sufficiently institutionalizing guidelines viewpoints of the party, especially those that are defined in the action program of the government, central resolutions, as well as conclusion of the political ministry and secretariat. USAID Mission Director in Vietnam Alan Groves and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè had a working session on December 19th afternoon to exchange issues of common concern and boost cooperation in coming time. USAID Mission Director in Vietnam, Ala Group Satat, the trip to Cần Thơ is one of her priorities, given right at the beginning of her working term in Vietnam. In the meantime, she briefed main projects in Vietnam revolving around education, environmental issues, climate change, among others. Vice Chairman Nguyễn Ngọc Hè introduced outstanding features on the economy, culture, and society. He stressed that the city would closely cooperate with USAID in Vietnam on cutting plastic use, recycling plastic waste, and reducing the emission of greenhouse gas. Sustainable management in Mekong region and solutions to tackle the scarcity of sand under the expert and communicative views is the topic of a talk jointly held by the World Wildlife Fund in Vietnam and the representative office in Mekong region of Nông nghiệp Việt Nam on the Vietnam Agriculture newspaper on December 19th morning in Cần Thơ City. According to experts, there is a serious imbalance in the sandbank in Mekong region, minus from 26.5 million to 39.5 million tons a year. Specifically, there is a natural resource of between 6.8 and 7 million tons of sand from the upper basin, whereas between 27 and 40 million tons of sand are exploited every year. The unsustainable exploitation of sand causes erosions in Mekong Delta. In statistics, there is many 665 landslide locations in Mekong Delta region, spread in a total length of as many as 656 kilometers. 48% of these locations are dangerous and particularly dangerous. At the talk, many solutions that have sustainably managed sand in Mekong Delta region were pointed out. However, to make the solutions feasible, there is the need to devise policies, action programs to boost the research and development of materials to replace river sand. In addition, relevant units need to take into account the urgent situation of construction projects to avoid the rampant exploitation of sand, which causes the scarcity of sand. Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Phát and French Committee, in combination with Agribank Cần Thơ branch, have organized a groundbreaking ceremony for Great Solidarity Houses in 2022 in Trường Long, Cam Ranh, Phong Điền Suburban District. In this phase, Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Phát and French Committee built 10 Great Solidarity Houses for poor, needy households in Phong Điền. These houses have a combined cost of 500 million Vietnam dong, supported by Agribank Cần Thơ. The houses are expected to be built in 45 days and transferred to the families on the traditional date of the CAT 2023. After nearly 1 year of construction, by the end of December this year, the project of building Tidal Bridge, invested by Cần Thơ City's Transport Department, has basically completed the first unit. Tidal Bridge building project is one of 4 major projects of the city and has a construction cost of more than 208 billion Vietnam dong earmarked from the budget. The bridge has a length of 700 meters with 2 approaches for lanes, design speed of 40 kilometers an hour. The bridge has 2 units. The construction unit has completed around 90% of work of the first unit, which will be open to traffic by this year's traditional date. On December 19th afternoon, a mission group with members from various branches, cities, and organizations' businesses came to visit and offer their wishes to cadres, soldiers, and people residing on Southwestern Islands on the occasion of Date of the CAT 2023. Cần Thơ Group and a head of permanent member of Cần Thơ Municipal Party Committee, come chairman of Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Phát and French Committee Nguyễn Trung Nhân will join the visit from now to December 25th. The groups presented gifts and extended warm affection and health wishes to cadres, soldiers on duty on seas and islands and the continental shelf of the fatherland. The mission groups from the 5th Navy Region Command, Cần Thơ City, and other branches continue their working visit to islands on the Southwestern region, including Thổ Châu, Hòn Chuối, Hòn Khoai, Hòn Dốc, and Nam Du. Now, last but not least, let's look at the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again English bulletin, please visit our website kenthtv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.